Today our topic is how to apply Stoic principles to modern life. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, but its ideas are still very useful today. It teaches us how to stay calm, focused, and strong, even when life is difficult. The world today is full of stress, distractions, and problems. We face challenges at work, in relationships, and even within ourselves. Stoicism can help us navigate these challenges with wisdom and peace. Let's explore how we can use Stoic principles in our daily lives. First, let's talk about one of the most important Stoic ideas: understanding what is in our control and what is not. The Stoics believe that many things in life are not under our control. For example, we cannot control the weather, how other people act, or even certain events that happen to us. But we can control how we respond to these things. Think about it. If you are stuck in traffic, you cannot make the cars move faster. But you can choose how you react. You can get angry and frustrated, or you can accept the situation and use the time to listen to music or think about something positive. This is a simple example, but it shows how focusing on what we can control can make life easier. Another Stoic principle is to practice acceptance. Life will not always go the way we want. Sometimes we face failure, disappointment, or loss. The Stoics teach us to accept these things as part of life. Instead of fighting against reality, we should learn to accept it. This does not mean we should give up or stop trying. It means we should stop wasting energy on things we cannot change. For example, if you lose your job, instead of complaining or blaming others, you can accept the situation and focus on finding a new opportunity. Acceptance helps us stay calm and move forward, even in hard times. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on the present moment. We often spend too much time worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the truth is, the only moment we have is now. The Stoics believed that we should live in the present and make the most of it. This does not mean we should ignore the future or forget the past. It means we should not let them control our emotions. For example, if you are worried about an exam, instead of imagining the worst outcomes, you can focus on studying and doing your best right now. By staying present, we can reduce stress and enjoy life more. Another important Stoic idea is to practice gratitude. The Stoics believe that we should be thankful for what we have, even if it is not perfect. Many people today are unhappy because they always want more. They think that having more money, a better job, or a bigger house will make them happy. But the Stoics remind us that true happiness comes from within. We can practice gratitude by taking time each day to think about the good things in our lives. For example, you can be thankful for your health, your family, or even small things like a good meal or a sunny day. Gratitude helps us appreciate what we have and reduces the desire for things we do not need. Stoicism also teaches us to be resilient. Life is full of challenges, and we cannot avoid them. But we can learn to face them with courage and strength. The Stoics believe that difficulties are opportunities to grow. When we face a problem, instead of seeing it as something bad, we can see it as a chance to become stronger and wiser. For example, if you have a difficult boss at work, instead of complaining, you can see it as a chance to improve your patience and communication skills. Resilience helps us handle life's challenges with confidence and grace. Another Stoic principle is to practice self-discipline. The Stoics believe that we should control our desires and emotions rather than letting them control us. In today's world, we are often tempted by things like social media, junk food, or unnecessary shopping. These things can give us temporary pleasure, but they do not bring lasting happiness. Self-discipline means making choices that are good for us in the long term. For example, instead of spending hours on social media, you can use that time to read a book, exercise, or spend time with loved ones. Self-discipline helps us live a more meaningful and balanced life. Stoicism also encourages us to think about our own mortality. This might sound strange or even scary, but it is a powerful idea. The Stoics believe that remembering that life is short can help us appreciate it more. When we realize that our time is limited, we are more likely to focus on what truly matters. For example, instead of wasting time on unimportant things, we can spend our time on things that bring us joy and fulfillment. Thinking about death can also help us let go of small problems and focus on the big picture. It reminds us that life is precious and should not be wasted. Another important Stoic idea is to live according to nature. This means living in harmony with the world around us and with our own true nature. The Stoics believe that we should be honest, kind, and virtuous. They believed that these qualities are part of human nature and that living this way brings true happiness. In today's world, it is easy to get caught up in competition, greed, or materialism. But the Stoics remind us that these things do not bring lasting happiness. Instead, we should focus on being good people and doing good things. For example, instead of trying to impress others with your wealth or status, you can focus on being kind and helpful. Living according to nature helps us find peace and fulfillment. Stoicism also teaches us to be humble. The Stoics believe that we should not think too highly of ourselves or our achievements. They remind us that we are all part of something bigger and that we are not perfect. Humility helps us stay grounded and open to learning. For example, if you achieve success, instead of becoming arrogant, you can remember that it is not just because of your own efforts. You can be thankful for the help and support you receive from others. Humility also helps us accept criticism and learn from our mistakes. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters. In today's world, we are often distracted by things that are not important. We spend too much time on social media, gossip, or material things. But the Stoics remind us that the most important things in life are our relationships, our character, and our inner peace. For example, instead of worrying about how many likes you get on a photo, you can focus on being a good friend or family member. Instead of chasing money or fame, you can focus on being a good person. By focusing on what truly matters, we can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. In conclusion, Stoic principles can help us navigate the challenges of modern life. By focusing on what we can control, practicing acceptance, living in the present, and being grateful, we can reduce stress and find peace. By being resilient, practicing self-discipline, and thinking about our mortality, we can face life's challenges with courage and strength. By living according to nature, being humble, and focusing on what truly matters, we can find true happiness and fulfillment. Stoicism is not just an ancient philosophy, it is a practical guide for living a better life today. So, let's take these lessons and apply them to our own lives. Let's focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and live with wisdom, courage, and gratitude. This is the Stoic way, and it can help us live a happier, more meaningful life.